Bamski. Boomski. We are in. Let's go. Are we good? Are we good? Audio. Check. 1, 2. Check the mic. We are in. Welcome to Wacky Wisdom Sports. Yeah, baby. You know what? Screw these nicotine pouches, man. I'm having an orange. I'm trying to do a lot less kratom. So when I need energy, I go with like an orange or something. It kind of sucks, dude. It's a rough thing to get off of, but I'm here for the fight. It's kind of kratom's like my final boss of substances. You know, I was partying, doing drugs and stuff. Now I just got to get off the kratom. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, go Warriors, man. I forgot to throw on a Warriors jersey, but I do like Golden State, even though I'm a Cavs fan. People don't understand it, man. You know, I don't know what to say. I kind of liked Baron Davis when I was a kid, so I kind of always liked the Warriors. And the Steph Curry and dude comes along, hell yeah. And they end up being rivals with my team. Of course, when they played each other in the finals, I was like, fuck these guys. Yo, what's up, Luke? Yo. Although saying go Warriors, I don't know how long that's going to get you. I don't know how far that's going to get you because they're having a rough season. They're not doing too well. Oh, they're making a final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm? I did a home leg day today. I did like 5 or 6 sets of just squats, body weight squats, just max effort, like 20 to 30 reps. It kind of is way harder than you think, especially because my legs were beat up from playing pickup basketball yesterday. And I was doing some shadow boxing for cardio and the shake weight. I was doing some little curls too. I didn't get a chance to go to the gym today, but got a home workout in. So went to the gym yesterday. Gonna go tomorrow. I think tomorrow is shoulder day. I gotta do my hang cleans, man. I've been slacking so bad on the gym. Gotta get these hang cleans in. I did back over the summer when I was getting really fit, I was able to do 42 Jackie Robinson. I could do Jackie Robinson push-ups. 42 push-ups all in a row, just burst them out. All right, so Maxey and Embiid did not play last night for the 76ers. They were playing the Portland Trailblazers. They ended up losing the game. Dude, 76ers missing those 2 guys, man. It becomes a miserable team. Because remember, this team was centered around James Harden a little bit. It's Embiid's. It was always Embiid's team, and Maxey was coming up, but it was kind of built. I mean, they had to. When you get a guy like James Harden, you miss out on other assets. And if you find yourself in a situation where you have to trade James Harden, I mean, what the hell did they even get back? Does anyone even remember? I can't remember. I mean, they probably got some draft picks. Sixers got Marcus Morris, Nick Batum, Robert Covington, and KJ Martin. Robert Covington barely plays anymore. Marcus Morris, it's going to get to the point where he's just not useful anymore. And Nick Batum was lucky that he managed to turn his career around a little bit because he was looking like one of the worst contracts all time. But then he kind of got a little better. He kind of stabilized it a little bit with the Clippers, but who gave him all that money? Charlotte? Yeah, Charlotte gave him all that money. I mean, they had to. He might not have been a big name guy, but I'm sure the fans knew him. You got to keep people in the seats. You ain't getting anybody else. Feel bad for Charlotte. That fucking knucklehead dude. Miles Bridges. He was looking like he was going to be a star. Now he's pretty much out of the league after well, first it was the purple drink and a blunt on his Instagram story. Which, look, I've partied before and posted sketchy things. But I'm not an NBA player. And if I was, I wouldn't even be bothering partying. You have so much money, dude. What do you get? I don't understand that. Like, the reason a normal person parties is so that they can feel like you feel like a rock star when you're drunk and having a good time. When you're actually a rock star, you can just afford dope things and you don't have to get drunk or anything. You can already, with the shit you can acquire, you can give yourself dopamine and give yourself a good time without damaging yourself like how alcohol and drugs do. That's just my 2 cents. What do I know, though? Well, so far, Golden State up 17-14. So, yeah, you have to give up a guy like James Harden and you get back these dudes. Are any of those guys doing anything for them this year? I would assume Morris is doing something. I don't know about Batum and Covington. I would doubt it. Oh, Maxey was actually out as a ankle for yesterday's game. Oh, shut up. Why don't they just admit that was rest? Back-to-back games. You're playing a crappy team. And then you're playing another not so good team with the Warriors. Because it's like you might as well rest your 2 best players who are pretty much your team. No, that's an extreme statement, but kinda. You take these 2 guys off, and Tobias Harris and Kelly Oubre Jr. and DeAnthony Melton and Marcus Morris is now. Tobias Harris as your lead guy is not a very good situation. As your third guy, love it. Love it. So yeah, Embiid, Maxey, Tobias Harris, nice. They didn't really need Harden. If they would have never even got him in the first place, perhaps they'd have a little bit better of a bench. But Kelly Oubre really, really is helping them out. The kind of season he's having, even though he got hit by a goddamn car, he refuses the pass. He only gets 1.1 assists per game. You can get an assist on accident in the NBA. If you're playing with Embiid and Maxey, you can get an assist on accident. That might as well be 0. Everybody gets a free assist. But yeah, he's giving them 13 points a game in 27 minutes. Couple of boards and some good energy, some good D. And Melton's all right too. You know, he's giving them 11 per game in 29 minutes. Seems like he's a good defender as well. He's actually passed a little bit. 3.2 assists and 4 rebounds, so good help. But the dominance of Embiid just puts you over the top, really, no matter who's on the team. And then you throw in Maxey. I mean, he's shooting 37% from 3, 25 points a game, 6.6 assists. He's really, really developed into a star player and bordering on superstar. At 25 points per game, you keep that up for a few years, yeah, you're on the fucking map, dude. And then I know people talk smack on Tobias Harris, but I mean, he's pulling in 6 rebounds, couple of assists, and 17 points per game. I mean, he can score. He's not a great 3-point guy. He tends to shoot mid-rangers or score in the paint. Overall, though, he's shooting 50%. That's pretty good. He is shooting 35%, and he is a bigger guy. He does stretch the floor a little bit. But he only attempts 3.5 3-pointers per game. I guess Marcus Morris is playing 17 minutes, 6.7 points per game, and 3 rebounds. Yeah, he really ain't doing that much. And then you have this Reed guy. Batum, same story. And grab 4 rebounds and 6 points. Same with Reed. They come in, get their rebounds, get a few buckets, and they're done. Batum's actually getting they must like him defensively. He's getting 25 minutes per game. And they do have Pat Beverly, who has played in 42 games, 19 minutes a game, 3 assists, 6 points, giving him something. So these guys are giving him something. But for the most part, man, you take these top 2 guys away, this is the worst team in the NBA, no doubt. And not every team, I mean, I guess you do that with most teams, and it's probably not looking good for anybody, shit, to be honest with you. But I don't know, take a look at like my Cleveland Cavaliers. What about them? You take away Garland and Mitchell. I mean, we've had to play without both of those guys a lot. Now, we've usually had one of them. Imagine taking away both of them. You're looking at what? Mobley? Mobley's kind of your main guy. He might have a little bit more facilitation firepower than we know, because he's not really asked to do that. If we asked him to do that, we might be able to run our offense through him, and he might, like as a main guy, he might look even better. I have a theory that probably not, and this is a good situation for him to get the best out of Mobley, but I don't know. At some point in his career, I'm hoping that he can be a true game breaker. He's a very good third option. So then you have Mobley, Allen. So you got the 2 big men, two-star big men. They'd probably have to both be scoring like 20 points a game. You would have Karis LeVert as like that explosive offense, all around 3-point shooting, drive to the hoop, dunk. He's even averaging 4 assists per game. He could bump that up. Oh, this is last year's team. Well, now we have Strus too. So So Mobley, Allen, Karis LeVert, Max Struss, Nang, Okoro. Maybe Okoro could step into a bigger role. I don't know. I picked a bad team to do this with because I'm a Cavs homer. So, of course, I'm going to try to make it sound like they'd be okay without the two best players compared to the 76ers. I don't really like the 76ers. For some reason, there's something about them that irks me. I don't know what it is, man. I just don't really like Joel Embiid. I don't know. They just make me angry. Maybe it's because they've beat the Cavs in these tight regular season games, and I don't know. I can't remember specifically why I don't like the 76ers, but I know I don't like them. Oh, crap. I don't think this is actually being... Is this being sent out to Facebook? I think I need to make it public. Sorry if I screwed Facebook over again. Every single time I have to go in and manually make it public. Yeah, it's locked. Facebook, I get some good views on. Damn it. Well, it was only the first quarter. Little bastards. Yeah, it's been a pretty tight game back and forth. Philadelphia is up by 5 now. There is a chance they just don't look back. And that is what it is. So for now, we will go back and forth, checking in with the game and talking about some other sports stuff. What's this right here? I have a link to share with the world. I need to sit back, dude. Shit messes up my back and neck. Let me get my neck pillow, dude. Yeah, now that I'm back in the lifting life, man, my shit's gonna be fucky. I gotta take care of myself at a high level. I took a hot bath and cold shower before the first game. Oh, yeah. Okay, now does anyone trust this? This annoys me. Guys, if you're gonna play fantasy football, play fantasy football. Don't pay for someone's rankings. Who are you, Tyler? Why do these people think that their shit's so valuable? Yeah, I might make a fantasy football rankings show just to share my input, but for me to say, like, I am good at fantasy football. Don't get me wrong. I tend to make the playoffs in any league that I'm in, and I usually only do money leagues because I know everyone's actually trying. I'm not gonna lie, I have a good track record. I might not be great at winning championships, but in terms of having a chance and getting in the playoffs, I give myself like an 80% chance in any league I join, whether expert or not. Like I'm good. When you do those $100 leagues, I've only done a big league once. $100 league, that's kind of sweaty, and I made it all the way to the finals, and made some good money on that. I think I got 200 back, so I made $100 for finishing in second place. Steph Curry throwing up a bomb before the half or before the first quarter ends. It is no good. That is the end of the first quarter, a 5-point deficit. Warriors hanging in there. The Warriors are one of those teams that could start looking very elite very quickly. Steph Curry getting hot and Klay Thompson getting hot. Draymond, he's not going to get hot from shooting, but you're going to, every single night, what he does is very replicable. He sees the floor well and he facilitates at a high level, and you run your offense through him a little bit. And he also is a very tough defender and very impactful on the defensive end. And then Andrew Wiggins is the true wild card. If Andrew Wiggins plays like he can, he is a star level caliber type of player. I mean, I just named 4 really good basketball players that, yeah, Steph and Klay are a little bit similar in the 3-point attack, but Steph's pretty dynamic and he gets in there, man. Some floaters and stuff. Klay has a couple of tricks in his bag. And then, yeah, some of these other dudes. I mean, they don't have Jordan Poole anymore. That didn't look like it was going to work out. It did for when they won the finals, though. What's up, Cameron? But yeah, come on, man. To buy somebody, don't do that. He's trying to sell his rankings over Venmo. Okay, this tweet only has 2.8K views. I can make a tweet right now that will get that many views. You just use all the popular hashtags. I don't have to say anything in it. He did this at 12:33 in the morning today. Look at this guy, and this is his advertisement picture. Why wouldn't you? Why would I random Tyler showing up on my thing? Why the fuck would I ever buy your shit? And of course, he has the subscribe thing, so you have to subscribe to his tweets and pay money to see his tweets. This guy's a fucking asshole. But his whole thing is like, I'm a fantasy football expert. Take my advice. You know how many times people take his advice and it probably don't work out? Fantasy football is hard. There's no such thing as an expert. There's always an element of luck. It's hedging yourself. It's picking players that you know for a fact will have pretty good seasons and then taking the necessary risks. It's like investing. It's basically, to be good at fantasy football, you have to treat it the same way as you would a balanced financial portfolio. And what I mean by that is you're taking on various amount of risks. You have some investment vehicles that are very low risk and long term and will guarantee a profit. And then you also have risky moves, such as popular stocks, popular tech stocks, things like that. Those stocks are risky. Those companies could go out of business. Look at Tesla. Tesla ended up being very risky. I mean, what? They lost like 200 billion in a day or something like that because people started looking at Tesla like, is this a cyclical goods stock or is this an AI stock? The reason Tesla has skyrocketed over the last couple of years is because they've created the impression for investors that they are an AI company, and Tesla stock is AI. They do have that AI robot thing. The car, is self-driving with an AI system. They do use AI systems in their products. But is it really an AI company when you look at the product? The product they're selling is an electric car. They're starting to get beat in the market. In the electric vehicle market, Tesla is starting to get beat. So what that means is they could potentially be a cyclical goods where they had the first mover advantage on electric vehicles. They were like their OG electric vehicle, pretty much. I know we had hybrids, but in terms of a popular all electric car, they were the first. And sometimes if you're a first mover, your stock can end up in a speculative bubble. And I think that's what Tesla is. I'd short Tesla, dude. And you know what? Anybody who's short Tesla recently, you just made yourself some fucking money. I've been saying it for a long time, short Tesla, because I agree with the people that say that they are a cyclical goods company, that they just got that first mover advantage, and this thing's a cycle. The first movers get the first bump in the stock market, and they get a massive value, and then sales wise, in terms of their actual product, not the hype of Elon Musk acting like a clown all the time, Big Daddy Elon and the memes. No, dude, this is real money, and they're getting beat in the market by other companies that are making electrical cars, your traditional long-standing car companies. They're gonna get beat by them. I think it's hilarious that that's finally kicking in, and Elon could literally like go broke off this shit. Like he could be homeless. Like he get well, what because he's an establishment New World Order billionaire. Of course, that would never happen in reality. Our government would bail him out because he's a shill for the government. But yeah, I was reading up on that the other day. I heard about Tesla stock taking a crash, and I knew it was coming, man. I knew they would get big though. I had no doubt. I mean, when you look at the type of hype they had in the investment community, it's crazy. But you have to remember the investment community is now a bunch of coomers. A bunch of kids, you know, it's a coomer generation. These fucking again, not everyone. I don't like to generalize and say everyone from a certain generation is like this. I don't I'm not one of those hey boomer or hey millennial type of person. I think I don't like when people generalize entire large groups of people like that. I think that's very counterproductive in any sort of argument. But yes, you do have a lot of people who are like Reddit nerds, but like the sweaty, like not sweaty nerd, the where they're not a nerd in real life, but on Reddit, they're like, you know, in the nerd communities. They're a normal person, but they're not a true normie. But anyways, they get on, you turn 18, you're now actually no, you don't have to be 18 to get a Robinhood account. Anyone. You could be a kid, dude. There's 15-year-old kids. Yeah. So there's now a huge market of very young traders because I don't as a 15-year-old kid, it's very difficult to just like go to a bank and shit and have that all like that's hard. But we were raised with this technology, bro. You download Robinhood, you fucking do a Google search how to invest in stocks, and there you go. And now you're basically what's called these I call it hive mind investors. You have a bunch of hive mind investors who are basically just doing moves based on what everybody's saying on them Reddit communities. And they're not making financially sound decisions. And I tell you what, the old school investors are going to steal all of their fucking money. And don't forget, I think personally the stock market is rigged. Actually, I don't think that. I know it's rigged for a fact. There's something called dark pools. Trading hours for an individual investor like me and you, we could go on Robinhood and trade stocks between the hours of 9 and 4 p.m. Eastern time. Dark pools are where large banks and financial institutions are allowed to transfer shares, you know, stocks and as well as money behind our backs, and it don't really show up unless you got like one of them Bloomberg terminal accounts where you know all the inside information. Like, and these kids, man, you know, this 15 to 30. You're seeing a lot of people in that age group. It's social media trading. It's like NFTs, anything. And it's created a weird trading environment for the stock market where if you do know what you're doing and you're savvy and you know long-term stuff, or even if you just understand stocks on a historical basis, you can take these guys for a fucking ride by making smart moves, by basically doing the opposite of what they say in those Reddit communities. Now, me personally, if I got into it, I'm not trying to sit here and brag that I would make a bunch of money. I don't really know that for a fact, but I would be one of those people that follows the trends. What are people saying? What's the popular stock? Let's look into that and look at their actual financials and look at, candlestick charts, technical analysis. It's like we live in a meme trade world. People are trading stocks, their hard-earned money, based off of memes of Elon Musk, Big Daddy Elon. It's so cringe. Yes, I do know a little bit about stocks. I hope I might use a couple of big words, but I really don't know what I'm talking about that much. As far as what I just explained, I don't know much more. Maybe a little bit here and there. But I'll probably learn at some point. I mean, it would be kind of like riding a bike. I did used to have a lot of knowledge on the stock market. But yeah, dude, I mean, 12-year-olds, bro, anybody can download Robinhood. I'm pretty sure you don't have to be 18 to invest in stocks. At least that's how it was. They might have made rules. If to get a Robinhood account, you gotta actually take a picture of your ID and prove you're 18. I think they should, man. I mean, when I was in middle school, like freshman high school, there were a couple of kids that were already into that type of shit, stocks and stuff. Wasn't a very popular thing, but there was a couple kids into it. So yeah, you're gonna have enough people. You're gonna have enough 13-year-olds messing around with the stock market that it does create an effect on the market as a whole. And I think Tesla might be more than just your traditional speculative bubble. Even worse. I think it's a Coomer. It's a Coomer bubble. Is that what the younger generation's called? The Coomers? I've seen people call them stupid Coomers. I don't really know what that means. Something about a coom sock. I think they're talking about ejaculating. Oh yeah, that's what I think. Yeah. They're just little fucking. All they know is TikTok and jacking off. Other than that, they have no clue about anything else. They might think they do because the social media tells them things, but they don't have any organic, authentic thoughts of their own. What's up, Derpy? What's up? 4-point game, Warriors hanging along here. 7:33 left in the second. Not really my time to start getting to commentary with this one yet, but eventually, if this game stays close, I will be doing a little bit more traditional play-by-play. But for now, it's a long game, dude. I don't want to sit here and call play-by-play the whole time. I think that'd be boring. And if it bores me, it probably bores everybody else, right? So let's go back and make fun of this guy. Tyler, of course, it's Tyler Creator, fantasy football creator. Tyler the Creator, real fucking original, dude. The rapper Tyler the Creator. He's from New York. Look at that. Look at all his followers, though. Yeah, but look at how many he's following. They follow fucking accounts to get your numbers up. If I sat around for 3 days playing with this shit, I could do that too. Dude, I get free followers on Twitter myself. It's so easy. But yeah, actually, I am glad that this guy does have a YouTube where he does post some stuff and his fantasy football opinions. But the reason I found this guy is because of advertisement that he was advertising. He was saying, pay me through Venmo for my rankings. What am I going to do with your rankings, bro? I have my fucking own rankings. I rank my players myself, dude. I'm not going to listen to another. Are we that low as a society now where we really have to? We can't play fantasy football ourselves. We have to have somebody else tell us. We got to hear expert opinions. Like if you watch enough football and follow fantasy enough and you've been doing it for a few years, you should be able to make your own opinions. Yeah, maybe like the ESPN rankings on the draft board, it helps obviously to organize things. But I mean, there was a lot of guys, like I'm pretty good at finding those risky moves that actually work out. Like Alvin Kamara and DeAndre Swift. I only did one money league this year that I actually cared about, and I had both those guys, and they really helped me out this year. They flaked out at the end of the season, but they definitely helped get me to the playoffs. Big time. Because I had picked Damian Pierce pretty high, who seemed like a no-brainer. So one of my no-brainers failed me, but two of my risky. Yeah, that's how I got on talking about the stock market for 10 minutes. I was talking about you want to treat fantasy football like a balanced investment portfolio. You want to have some risky moves. You want to have some for sure moves, in the middle moves, and some things that you personally just like. And there's certain guys that I stay away from, like a Deontay Johnson. No offense, Derpy. I know you're a Steelers fan. He's a fantastic player, but his quarterback's Kenny Pickett. They're not going to be a passing offense. They play in a lot of shitty weather games. And there's another really good receiver on the team, George Pickens. Now, is Deontay Johnson relevant in fantasy this year? He might have been okay as like a flex or a wide receiver 3 in a deep league. If you have like an expanded starting roster. Oh, look at Kelly Oubre going hard to the hoop, man. I like Kelly Oubre. He's got pretty eyes. What? Oh, I mean, he's got a pretty nice shot. He's a good shooter. Oh, the alley-oop. Warriors random guys. I haven't even watched enough Warriors games to know some of these dudes. The Cavs are like the only team I keep up with in the beginning of the season for NBA. But y'all know how it goes every year, man. By the end of the season, I know fucking everybody. I've done a few Warriors games. It's just they've been shitty, so I end up talking about something else. Oh, Curry from the corner. Flying out of bounds and making the shot to make it a 3-point game here with 4:47 left in the second and ticking. Boy, that will prompt a timeout from the 76ers. Curry. What's this Agent Argyle movie? Does this look cool or not? John Cena and a hot blonde. Well, John Cena's gay, so I like that move. Me as a viewer, I could feel like I have a shot with the woman if Cena's the protagonist. Yeah, he has no shot with the... Or is John Cena the bad guy? I don't know if John Cena's gay. He's a cuck for China, though. Remember all that shit? Which thing was he? What did he do again? What? Gab Gowdy follows this guy? Oh, on her backup account. She follows me too on her backup account. Yeah, dude, she did. Hey, that's my I don't know if I'd call her a celebrity crush because I'm about 2 viral clips away from people figuring out the right people figuring out what I'm doing and going live all the time and pushing me up a little bit. I'm like, I just need a big set of eyes on me and the right people in the right place, and I'll literally Gab Gowdy level of famous. I'm there. I'm not dogging on her or anything like that. I would call her successful in this landscape 100%. She's sponsored by FanDuel. She gets to gamble. She gets paid and then to gamble. That's dope, dude. And she's not bad. And she knows her sport. She's blonde and has big tits and a nice ass. Like, that's my wife, dude. I have to. I don't know. Maybe I won't like her, dude. Maybe I wouldn't like her. I don't know. She does say some Libby things. She says some like liberal things. And I'm just like, oh, Gab, come on. Like, you have to know your fucking viewers are probably right wing. Don't say that shit. It's like me coming out. Like, even if deep down, I don't know, me. I don't know. I'm pretty brave though. I don't play that game, dude. So I guess I understand where I guess I understand that. Gab doesn't care. She's gonna say what she believes, where her targeted audience are gonna like it or not. I feel it. But like me as a conspiracy theorist, let's say one day I was like, yeah, dude, the churches should support the gays. Dude, that would if my viewers are like conspiracy theories and they hear me say that, it's gonna piss them off. They're gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? Are you controlled opposition? Agent Smith got to me, dude. They use the Matrix thing, the brainwash me. But I don't know. That's where we're at as a society, man. We got people paying for Tyler, the creator's fantasy football picks, dude. I don't even watch any kind of content or look at anybody's rankings for fantasy football, dude. I do a couple of mock drafts, and that's it. I don't do it like research wise. I've just done it so long. I have a system implemented in my brain of how I judge fantasy football, and I don't need anybody else's help. And in the one money league I did this year, and I barely played fantasy football last year. I pretty much took the year off. I didn't even really have a money league. This year, one money league, it was $10, only 10, so it wasn't super sweaty. But yeah, I made the playoffs, dude. Shit. If that's my only team I have to worry about, I'm making the playoffs. But here's the thing. I was super busy, and I missed the hot waivers every week. Now, I'm so good with the waivers that I don't even care, dude. Go get the popular guys. I'm going to find somebody else. I'm going to find like Dalton Kincaid. I found Dalton Kincaid chilling and Cole Kmet on the waivers. I always find, yeah, even when I miss them, I still find a couple. But mainly I usually just kick ass on the draft. I usually just have a deep team. Typically what I'll do, if I'm really trying, this year I wasn't even trying that hard. I didn't make any trades, and I only picked up a couple of guys throughout the year. I did stream defenses. So in fantasy football, streaming defenses means you get a different defense every single week based on matchups. And I'm every year after year successful at that. I don't know. Maybe I'm smart, dude, and I shouldn't be a dick. Maybe I'm being a dick, dude. But come on, y'all. We gotta think for ourselves. We gotta make our own opinions in fantasy football. We can't let the globalists tell us who to pick. Dude, you think Matthew Berry's actually good at fantasy? You know that guy's an actor, right? Like he didn't even in the beginning of his career, he wasn't even a sports guy. His early part, he literally didn't do anything involving sports. He was in like corny ass, I don't even know, soap operas or some shit. I can't stand Andrew Berry. Now, again, I get it. People want to get the edge, so they want to hear from these experts. But the thing is, fantasy football is a luck-based game. You kind of have to get lucky. The only way to be good at it is hedging your risk and spreading your risk out. Oh, white boy, tie up the game, dude. Yeah. Poodle. We're going to start Poodle. We're going to call him Poodle. Dude with red hair on the Warriors, white boy shooting these threes. Oh, he just got laid out by Embiid. He's fucked, dude. He got hit in the face. He ran right into Embiid. Although Embiid comes up limping too. Are they calling that a foul on Embiid? That's kind of dumb. He ran into him and then fell, and then they said it was Embiid's fault because he's just too big. He didn't even do anything. Wait, let's see. Did Embiid push him? No, all Embiid did was set a screen. He didn't really lean into it or do anything wrong. Steph Curry pull up. Oh, so close. Those are always at least so close, no matter what. Even those crazy ones for Steph. Like he never has some whack ass shit off the backboard. It's always rimming out. All right, 46-46, 149, and ticking left here in the second. Andrew Wiggins, and a little bit of transition there. No look pass by Curry to Wiggins, no good, but he will get fouled. So Wiggins missing 2 shots on that possession. Steph kind of, I think Steph just heard me, man. The way he looked, the way his face looked. Like, oh, dude, this guy, man, we should have done something else, dude. I don't know. They won a chance. I mean, dude was very, very impactful for that finals victory. I don't think Andrew Wiggins, I think it's already considered a success. But yeah, he's completely fallen off. I mean, remember he had that pussy shit where he didn't want to play last year? Didn't his mom die though? What ended up being, I talked about that a lot, and I really was mean to him. I feel bad about it. I've grown as a man, and I'm a better person now. Fuck, I need to check my audio. Are we still doing good? Yes, we are. Oh, yeah, dude, the protein powder with decaffeinated Insta coffee, dude. Oh, that's like drinking sand out of a fat chick's ass. It's fucking horrible. Oh my god. Although I'm kind of into that type of shit, so whatever. Hell yeah, dude. His father. I guess his dad had a serious medical situation, so it's like, fuck you. I'm already making $20 million anyway. I'm not gonna go play basketball. I'm gonna go be with my dad. I feel it. I don't care if you need me or not. But I guess that's the reason, though, they make 20 mil. You know what I'm saying? The reason, yeah, dude, I'd get real with him. It's like, listen, bro, I get it. Your dad's dying, but this is a massive, massive organization. There is a lot riding on this shit, man. Think of how passionate fan bases are and how much money they bring in. You're getting paid that 20 million because you're bringing that in, and then you're out all of a sudden. Shit, dude. I mean, I don't know. I see it from both sides of the coin, man. I'm a side with Wiggins, though, dude. But again, we went over this. He could still play, like here and there. He could have given him some games. You know, he could just dude, you're a rich multimillionaire. After the game, take the plane, go be with your dad. And then you got a game in usually like what, every other day, or usually sometimes you get 2 days off. You get 2 days and then boom. The day of the game, take a plane in, play your game. After the game, get on a plane, go back to see your dad. Like you didn't have to stop playing. You could still do your fucking job. Like, bro, think of a worker in the coal mines. They probably understand. Yeah. But they also ain't getting paid 20 million. I don't know, dude. The way I feel about employment and work, like, fuck these corporations, man. Fuck all these billionaires. If you feel like you don't want to go, fuck them. If you need, and especially if it's for a good reason, if you're having mental health issues or dealing with a family member that's having an issue, fuck them, dude. Your life's more important than these billionaires. At the end of the day, dude, the world would be a better place if we took out the billionaires and distributed their wealth. It's fucking obvious and everyone knows that. They might not admit it, but everybody fucking knows. Deep down. It would be so much better of a world, dude. And I'm not saying just redistribute the wealth. I'm saying like redistribute the wealth in a way that makes the system better. So, you know, I don't know. I think minimum wage is still like $8.50. I think maybe it's like $10. I'm sorry, dude. Like, if I'm giving you my time, especially with all the opportunities we have to make money without a job, and that's what I'm gonna be. I decide instead of having 4 hours per day to look for jobs, I'm gonna look for jobs for 2 hours, and then the other 2 hours, I'm gonna start looking at ways of making money, and maybe I'll find something that clicks with me, and it might not be like now, like, Andrew Tate University doing e-commerce, making hella bread. But for the future, when I do have some capital that I can invest, I am going to have to get it a real life gay job, probably. But at the end of the day, I don't want to sound like a universal basic income socialist. I'm certainly not that. I do think there, obviously, for your community and society to function, you have to have roles for people. It makes sense, obviously, to have jobs. I just think 8 hours, can we make it 6? Can we maybe, you know what I'm saying? Can we maybe make the system a little bit, shift it a little bit? And maybe people that want to really grind and make a ton of money, you can do that. I think there should be a cap on it, though. I believe in a perfect balance of capitalism and socialism, whatever that looks like. And I tell you what, we don't have it. We're socialist in the bad ways and we're capitalist in the bad ways. We need to take the positive from both things and make a better fucking system. I don't know. I've only, honestly, all the jobs I have had in my life have been jobs that have a high turnover rate. So yeah, I've bounced around, but that's because I'm a normal fucking person. And for all of them, I've had some kind of like somewhat extreme circumstance where I had a very good excuse to leave the job. So yeah, I don't like when an employer in an interview, man, I can't wait. So bring that up. Most people are cool about it, though. Most employers are like, understand, you look at these places, they're all places with high turnover. Meaning that like a new employee there doesn't typically last that long, no matter who you are. On average, people be bouncing. Now, with that doesn't mean I'm not like a hard worker. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I go hard as hell. I really, this is my free time. This is what I do for my free time. Now, I do my very fucking best and put in tons of effort. I'm doing all sorts of brain pills and supplements to make sure I'm at the best of my abilities and putting on a good show. Well spoken, talking about some interesting things, not just talking sports all day. I mean, we're here every night watching sports. We don't have to talk about sports every second, but mostly sports, staying on topic. It's not really that easy, man. It took me a long time to get pretty good at this. If I go back and listen to my old streams or not, some of them are all right, but in terms of the consistency, night in and night out that I'm putting in, yeah, it's a big, big difference. So I don't know. I guess there's a lot of people that say the things I say with the basis of I want to have all this free time to fuck off and do what I want. What I want to do is to be successful, but in my own way, and with my product being me and the things that I can accomplish. I don't want to be tied to a corporation. Am I a super, super smart individual who's, capable of making a company or running a business? No. I'm an entertainer. I have entertainment value. At least in my opinion. I mean, it's not like, most times I do a stream, I get at least one subscriber. I mean, somebody clicks and says, okay, I did enough for them to hit that button. You know what I'm saying? So I know that I do have some value. So for me to want to work an 8-hour job, I don't want to work an 8-hour job, not because I'm lazy, because I could potentially find myself in a position where if I do find my audience and the right people, like the ones that we've already found, or we just have a large amount of people that are stopping by here and there, I mean, yeah, there's a financial incentive. Now, I'm also of the opinion, hey, I'm gonna go out and make my own money other ways. I'm not just trying to make money off my content, right? When I say these things like go out and make my own money with myself, I am also talking about investing, side hustles, things like that. I'm not just strictly trying to I know there's not a very great probability of me ever making money off this shit. I'm gonna fucking find out if I can, though. You bet your ass I'm gonna find out. And there is lots. I'm tip of the iceberg. I'm only at the very tip, man. I know what I could be doing better. I know what more I could add, better equipment. I know advertisements, guerrilla marketing. I know what I have to do. I just gotta put in the work. But yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. And it sucks because I feel as if the people that do make money in this space, YouTube content creation, I don't know if they really deserve it. And if I had the same amount of time and assets that some of these people had, I'd fucking turn them out of the water. Matt, like these guys, like your Aiden Rosses and those guys, they fucking have writers and shit and people telling them what this, like, they're not doing what you think they're doing. They have a team, dude. They have somebody that puts all their shit together. I got to do everything. And I don't even have time to figure out what I'm going to talk about, bro. I got to just hop on here and see where my voice takes me. I don't even have time. Those guys like Aiden Ross, man, and they don't even be streaming, I feel like, that much. And if you watch their shit, there's a lot of dead, boring air where they're just sitting there playing the video game. So why the fuck are they making millions and millions of dollars hanging out with Drake when I am doing more than them? Literally doing more. Is my production value lower? Yes. I do believe, though, like on average, I think that my streams are way better than Aiden Ross on average. I get it's a different format. He does cringe gaming, and people seem to like that. I don't know. Maybe it's these kids, man. These kids are getting all these dudes famous. But how is it like the financial pathway is so fucking stupid and ridiculous and doesn't even make actual sense if you understand actual finance. Aiden Ross gets paid a bunch of money from Twitch and advertisers. The way he generates the money is that people, his viewers, view his stream and then at some point have to be shown an advertisement. They get shown an advertisement. Y'all know how it goes with ads these days. They're all over. So a company is willing to pay Aiden Ross to have their stuff advertised on his stream, which is going out to a bunch of fucking idiot 12-year-olds with no money. Some of them might have their parents' credit card. For the most part, 12-year-old doesn't have any fucking money, dude. And even younger, some of these people. And same with I Show Speed. And he does it with his shirt off and shows his penis on Twitch. Like, how do you not get... That's more than just getting banned. That's like you go to jail. He should be in fucking jail. That's fucked up, dude. You shouldn't be in a situation where your wiener gets out. Like, I'm sorry, dude. There's no accident. If you're a Twitch streamer, YouTube, like, sure, if you want to do cam sites, if you want to do Chatterbait, show your dick all you want. It's a porn website. But if you're on YouTube, dude, and Twitch, and your dick comes out, bro, yeah, that there ain't no accidental dick come out. Like, he did that shit on purpose to get himself popular. And he knows what his viewer demographic is. He knows it's kids, man. He gets off on that. These are demonic people that have been trained by the New World Order to perpetuate retardedness. They're just trying to make everybody stupid. And that's why, that's why guys like Aiden Ross and I Show Speed do get famous. Their shit gets propped up. And these kids watch it because that's what they think is popular, but it's really not. It got popular in an inauthentic way by being rigged in the algorithm. But yeah, dude, if I had all day to prepare for all my different shit, if I just had that one thing I had to do, maybe go to the gym, take care of my daughter, and then I had an editor. I had a guy who would set up my streams with an even better OBS. And like, hey, I have an idea. I want to do something. I don't have to go Google and figure it out. I tell it to my fucking editor and they do it for me. Like these little punks get to have. I'm better than that. Like it's a little annoying, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn. It's just I've watched a lot of my shit and I've watched some of their stuff. I can't even listen to their bullshit, dude. I can listen to an entire show of myself and just listen to it and enjoy it. Listen to myself talk. Maybe it's because it's me and I understand where I'm coming from. But no, man, there's something to that. And I know here's why I can confirm that. Because when I used to listen to my old shit, when I first started doing this, it sucked and I couldn't listen to it. I wouldn't want to listen to it. Now I will listen to it. Be like, damn, that was funny, or damn, that was a good point. Shit, didn't think of it that way. Man, this guy's on to something. That's how I feel when I watch myself. But Aiden Ross, it's like, it's almost like the movie Bird Box, bro. I want to jump out a window watching his bullshit, dude. It sucks. It's just cringe, man. And it's always, yes, I have a few people I work with that are my friends, but for the most part, I'm not in any. Yes, I do want to collaborate with more people, and that's an important thing to grow your channel. But for the most part, man, I got my peeps, my two dudes I do my shit with. For the most part, I'm kind of a one-man army with the sports streams and shit. And those guys, I'm sorry, they couldn't do none of this. They couldn't go through like divorce with a child, drug addiction and shit. They couldn't do anything that I do. So why am I the one who's scrounging up change to buy ramen noodles? And this dude is hanging out with Drake and he's a billionaire. Like, that's the stupidest fucking shit I've ever heard of. It's a bullshit society. If anarchy ever happens, dude, and like the strong fucking real men, dude, imagine that, dude. A pudgy Aiden. I literally, that pudgy little fuck, I could just pick him up by the neck with my arm, and I'm not even that tough or strong. I'm sorry. I'm being a little out of tongue. I apologize. Let's get back to some content. Well, now I got to prove it. All right. I just talked myself up, saying I'm better than those guys, than Aiden Ross or I Show Speed. So it is time to be more entertaining than them. Let me do some kratom and let's get popping. I know they don't really do sports, but you'll get the point. I don't like to other sports streamers though. I think the other people do. I think that sports streamers that do live games like I do, I think most people that are getting the views do deserve the views. They've been doing it for a long time. They've been grinding. They've been hustling. They've been doing it all themselves. So like your Tom Grossi, JR Scene. Do I feel like I'm maybe better than them? Yes, in a certain way. I also say a lot of things that are edgy, not in a cringe way, but in a way that makes you think a little bit and can scare people. I can tell, man. I see certain things I say, and then I see the live count go down. I fucking know, man. I'll call out like the whole vax thing, and people just run, dude, because they got it. And then I understand that if you were dumb enough to go get the shot, you don't want to hear someone telling you like you fell for it. Cause everybody else was doing it. I understand. I didn't though. I told everyone. I was adamant about it. I'm like, I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not going to get like that's what I said to people. Like, oh, did you get your thing yet? I said, no, I'm not fucking dumb. I already told you about this in 2019 that this was all going to happen exactly how it is because I had the inside information. Because I know where to get the inside information from. Not that I'm from some special guy, but where is the best place to hide something? In plain sight, where you're not looking for it, where you're not expecting it. It's all out there, folks. You just have to find it. And I'm a pretty good start, so hit that fucking subscribe button, bitches. I gotta advertise myself at least once, man. I never do. I'll be right back. I'm getting kind of cold, dude. A little chilly, man. Listen, man. Oh, I haven't worn this in a while. All right, let's bang it out. Bang, bang, what's the hang? Drink a little kratom. Cheers up. Drink that green powder, that Indonesian powder, that upper echelon powder. It's like special coffee, dude. I mean, this shit ain't man-made. Kratom is not man-made. It's from nature, dude. They be trying to say people get fucked up from it. Like, if you take a shit ton of kratom, yeah, it can mess you up, dude. If you take a shit ton of coffee, you die too. Like, it's show is sponsored by On Nicotine Pouches. Come on, guys. Wait, am I not allowed to do that? Probably on YouTube. That's a joke. That was comedy. I'm not actually, because I think if you're gonna, let's think. Well, dude, no, dude, the boner pills. No, the blue chews, dude. This is way. I don't know. The blue chews aren't really an addictive thing, though. It's kind of solving an issue. This kind of solves an issue. Quit smoking. I don't know. Are you allowed to? What are you allowed to advertise on YouTube? I've never thought about that. And like, where do you ever see advertisements these days for any type of nicotine product? Certainly not on TV. Hell no. What's up, Norm? You bricked up, dude? I don't know exactly what that means, but I know what you mean, dude. I just took some K. I just took that kratom. I just smoked a Jeffrey, and it's about to kick in. A Jeffrey is every drug all at once. I'm going live to share my experience smoking a Jeffrey. I don't know if that would really work though, because some drugs. What's like the craziest thing you could smoke? Let's start with a blunt wrap. Let's dip the blunt wrap in like, I think you can dip stuff. No, fuck codeine, dude. Let's not be puss. Codeine's such a pussy drug. PCP, baby. Codeine, these rappers and these codeine, they think they're tough. It's only cool because it's expensive, which is the dumbest shit. Codeine is not that good. It's such an overrated drug. It's bullshit drug. Anybody who does codeine, you're just not. I don't know. It's not even. I don't even know. Where do you even get codeine, dude? I've never met anyone, dude. I've met people with all sorts of fucking shit. No one ever's like, yo, you want to buy some codeine? Oh, okay, you're fully torqued. I feel it. Torqued up. Hell yeah, bro. I'm wearing jean shorts, so it's like popping right out, dude. Like a snake. What's the world's smallest snake? Well, like the world's smallest snake, yeah. Shit, dude, what was I talking about? This does happen sometimes, man. What was I saying? Shit. Oh yeah. We're trying to find the craziest smokable, like actual in reality you get high. All right, codeine sucks. So you can dip shit in codeine though, and it will like you can smoke it, I guess. But no, you'd want to dip the blunt wrap, take a blunt wrap and dip that shit in PCP. That shit is very popular. It's called smoking a dip. They'll have liquid form PCP and you dip a cigarette in it and then you smoke it. I never done PCP, but I know about it. Okay. So then we'd want to have, would we even want to put weed in there? Or we would want to go like hash, something more powerful, like hash. And then what else can you fucking peyote? We want peyote in there. Anything you can smoke, crack, peyote, crack, or wax. No, fucking wax. Yeah, you want wax in there. I think you can, because you see them fancy blunts that people make where they put all like the mat, like it's like blunt art. It's kind of cool. I kind of fuck with blunt art, even though I don't smoke no more. It's kind of cool. I wouldn't want to smoke one of those things, though. Dude, fuck that, man. I'd be under my bed butt naked jerking off for 12 hours if I smoked any of that shit. Fuck that noise. I would honestly say, like, yeah, blunt wrap, smoke a dip, PCP, yep. Crack cocaine, yep. Peyote, yep. THC concentrate. Yep. I don't see a need for anything else. I guess we need to mix a downer in there, huh? What's this? Opium, bro. Straight opium. Yeah, dude. We could make a dope Jeffrey. Obviously, it's not possible to smoke every drug at once because not everything's smokable. But like the crack, that is cocaine. So you kind of crossed off. That's two birds with one stone. You. Oh yeah, on the sports channel. Yeah, thank you, Norm. I need to add everybody. Yeah, no, don't. You could have said that in the YouTube chat. Yeah. No, I don't have everybody modded in the. Yeah, let me switch my shit. The problem is I can't do it quick because I can't log into Wacky Wisdom Sports on this computer. Some bullshit. All right. Yeah. We gotta make sure we have everybody modded. Add as moderator. Oh, then Cameron. Cameron needs to be modded as well. He was in here earlier. That go through? I was confused a second there, Norm. I was like, wait, are you? I thought you were asking me if I could moderate a show for you or something. Oh, there goes my fucking main computer. Frozen. In a couple of seconds, I'm going to full screen. And we're going to have an awkward couple of minutes. This is looking like a Turner offer. Oh, I got her back. We got her back. She's alive. Yes. Let's go. She's hanging in there, computer. Hanging in there. She was on life support. But no, you should have been modded, right? That should have went through. I don't know why it's still is being stupid. There it is. There it is. Boom. Boom. Hell yeah. For anyone else out there, I'm not a mod whore. I mod the good people of the community. I don't just mod random people. That's a bad idea. We learned with that one troll dude, he was literally cool for 3 days. And then it did the whole what was he saying? Trans girls? No, he said femboys aren't gay because you're attracted. He said I'm not gay because I like femboys because I'm attracted to them because of their feminine parts. Which, looking back on that, I feel like a stupid idiot because he was trolling me and he did bait me into that. He does kind of have a point there. And I said that. I gave him it. But it's still like technically would be, I guess, if you hooked up with him because you're banging a dude, but you're only banging him because he looks like a chick and dresses like a chick. Oh, no, it's pretty gay, man. It's pretty gay. But like also maybe not. I don't know. Troy Razor, man, he had a point with that. I know he was trolling me, but and by the way, that last which I did cut that out of one of my podcasts recently. I got trolled on. I don't think anybody was watching, so we were fine. I felt as if my behavior and giving them too much attention was not good. And I felt bad about that. But I did end up finding out that it was the same guy who finally, after 6 months, built up the nerve again. Because there was one time that I did get him. Because I baited him into like being friends. And then I got real mean with him. Be like, nah, actually, fuck you. I was just tricking. I was actually trolling you. Being nice to you. No, I still think you're a stupid fuck. And I'm just going to treat you like everybody else treats you. And it like broke him. And I didn't hear from him for 6 months. And now, though, the way I look at trolls, man, somebody wants to troll, I'm not even gonna say nothing about it, man. That's the old Gil Ambrose. That was the Wild West days of Gil Ambrose. Used to fight with trolls. It was fun. And maybe one day I'll go back. I do have all my old shit. I mean, when I did that restream for the Bills versus Chiefs 2021 divisional, I opened the show fighting with a troll and flashing a gun. I going John Morant, dude. I was crazy, man. It's I'm a late bloomer and everything, and I guess maturity was one of them. Because an immature adult can be kind of dangerous. If you're 20, if you're 26, you know, you're capable of some things. But I am now 28 and a man who has gained much wisdom gained through pure suffrage and tough times, including waking up in a Los Angeles driveway. I'm sorry, Inglewood, California, not anywhere nice, dude. Waking up in a driveway in the hood area of Los Angeles, and I live in Ohio. Divorce, you know. Crazy having to step down from my job because I knew I was going to get fired after a crazy casino night. That I don't even really remember what kind of drugs I got my hands on, but I remember someone selling me drugs at some point at that casino. I don't know what though. I think it was like it was a blue something blue, but that could be Xan or Adderall. So I don't know. It was like a blue tablet. I feel like that's Xanax. I don't know. I was fucked up, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, I've done a lot of messed up stuff, but I've also done a lot of good things and have risen up and grown myself as a man where I'm at a point where I can give advice to people even and let my story be a learning lesson for people. But also if you do run into a situation that finds you in a high amount of despair, understand that there is always light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, even if you lose the thing that is closest to you, something you felt like maybe would be there for a long time, you lose that, you got to figure out how to move on. And sometimes that can be a very powerful spiritual thing. Because once you get over that, then you kind of don't have fear anymore. You're not afraid. Now, of course, there's still things that I hold on to tight. If I were to be permanently terminated on YouTube, I'd be rather upset. But there's Rumble and BitChute. I'd keep the party going. Let me think. Yeah, I mean, I have a daughter. Obviously, if anything happened to her, that'd be fucking terrible. I'd turn into an alcoholic, but yeah. Other than that, though, there's really not anything I hold on to too tightly. Not even myself. Although I treat myself well in terms of my health. But I believe in reincarnation. So if you croak out, like you just get born again, you get another run at it. I also think, even going next level, that whatever you believe is the afterlife is what happens to you. Yeah. So don't this atheist, man, these atheists, dog. Y'all not doing yourselves any favor. If you're really believing everything just goes dark and your consciousness ends after life, man, you're selling yourself short. I'm going to believe that no matter what, I go to some amazing place, an amazing heaven where all my people are there. And I don't know. What would we do? We just watch sports, I guess? Do what we do now? Maybe we are in heaven in a way. Shit, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think, like, what would I do if I could do anything? And I'd probably fucking do sports. Like, probably kind of do what I do now. Obviously, it's complicated, and I have to, if things were perfect, I would like to have a female in my life, as well as good finances and a house and that kind of stuff. But I'll take it. I'll take it. The fact that I get to do this, and at least we get some views and some engagement and have fun with it. Shit. I cannot complain. Oh man, Joel Embiid must be good at soccer, man. He's really that soccer dribble where they volley it off their feet. He was going way longer than I thought I'm like, damn, he's still going. Is he into soccer? Isn't there something about Embiid being into soccer? It's funny, like when I go off on my tangent, what was the original thing I was talking about? Wiggins. We started off talking about researching the reason why Wiggins missed all that time last year. And then we ended up talking about what would be the best way to smoke a Jeffrey, an actual real life Jeffrey. And we determined that it was PCP, crack, THC concentrates, and opium. That's pretty much all you need, bro. And some peyote. Throw some peyote in there. Why not? Let's do this. Let's do Warriors' chances of winning the finals this year. Let's evaluate that. Winning the finals. Because coming into the season, you still have those three guys with a potential star around them in Andrew Wiggins and some, Jonathan Kuminga, up and coming young guy. I mean, you do potentially have the assets to make a run if everything goes accordingly. Now you might need a little bit more from Steph and Clay. They need to look like they look like early in their career when this dynasty was at its peak. But if that one sole thing happens, it gives them a chance, no matter how Wiggins is playing. Those are the Splash Bros. And there was one season where it was really these three guys. I guess Andre Iguodala was really helping them. But the year before Kevin Durant, they set the record. Kevin Durant joined the best team of all time. Now, that team was very good because of the system. They have not been able to replicate that system the way they had it. So I think obviously it was more than just Clay, Steph, and Draymond. They're getting the best out of everybody else. After we evaluate their chances for this year, I think I want to look into that season and just look at their stats. That could be fun. And they'll end up losing in the finals to the Cavs that year. Boy. Thompson, man, he's got to get up to not really, Wiggins, bro. Wiggins has got to get his shit together. He's only playing 26 minutes a game right now. Their team, look at the minutes distribution. Oh, my. I mean, you only have two guys getting more than 30 minutes per game. So they've been messing around with a lot of different lineups. Usually teams have 4, right? So Curry, I think Curry's giving you pretty much max Steph Curry. He's shooting 40% from 3 and getting 27 points a game. And only 5, again, you compare that to a Joel Embiid. Curry's only getting 5 free throws attempts per game. Embiid gets 10. He has double the amount of free throw opportunities. So that's a free 5 points that Embiid is going to have on Curry. And then Kuminga, I think Kuminga's doing what you need him to do. So far, Curry and Kuminga check. I give him a check. We need more out of Clay, though, especially if Wiggins isn't doing nothing. But to win the championship, yeah, it's not just gonna be Curry and Clay and Draymond doing his thing. They're gonna need help. I would assume Kuminga might need to give him even a little bit more. I would say boost up his minutes and hope that his scoring follows. Wiggins gotta get back up to 20. He's gotta get back up to 20 points per game if they have any chance at winning a championship. Dario Saric, I'll say that is one guy that's given them what they would need, some help that they would need, along with the improvements of these other players. Draymond, I think he's doing his thing. 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 9 points. That's about what Draymond Green has been in his career. As well as a tough defender. And then Chris Paul. Okay, they are going to probably need Chris Paul. He is getting 7.2 assists and 8 points in 27 minutes. They need like 33 minutes out of him and like old school Chris Paul. Or at least like Suns Chris Paul from when they were really good. He already is kind of doing that a little bit, though. He's shooting 36% from 3. He only takes a couple per game. I like that. 7.2 assists and 8.9 points in 27 minutes. That is kind of a lot of minutes. That's like the third most minutes on their team. Draymond's only getting 26 minutes per game, but he's had his issues this year. And you do have, don't forget about Looney, man. Looney don't really score, but he gets you your rebounds, some rebounds. And then this Poodle guy. Poodle needs to start. Is Poodle doing enough already as a contributor? 9 points in 24 minutes. 3 assists and 5 rebounds for a little guy. Yeah, he's doing well. Shooting 38% from 3. So he's going about 1 for 3 every game. Make that 2 for 6. Let him shoot some more threes. With everything I just went over and what we discussed that would need to happen from these players in order for the Warriors to win a championship this year, I'd say there's about a fucking 10% chance, man. And I'm saying this as Warriors are my second favorite team. I like my main team, Cleveland Cavs. I like their chances much more. Even with that tough. I'll say this. If they can just get past Denver, man, there's a good chance Golden State in the playoffs against some of these teams can do some damage. Like Minnesota, Oklahoma City's young. Clippers might shred them to pieces. Sacramento, I think Sacramento might have got them last year, right? I think they lost it. Did they lose to LeBron last year? Didn't they beat Sacramento and lost to LeBron? Yeah, they beat, but it took them 7 games to beat Sacramento. Then they lost to the Lakers in 6. But last year, I mean, yes, you were missing Wiggins near the end of the season. And I don't think he really did much for them in the playoffs. Let's see. What was Wiggins giving them in the playoffs? 16 a game. So he only dropped. He was averaging 17 a game that year anyways. Honestly, man, the fact that they got that far with, I mean, Poole was good in the Poole got 20 points a game in the regular season and then absolutely collapsed in the playoffs, getting 10 points per game. He halved himself. Now, his minutes were definitely dropped, but it's because he wasn't playing well. They didn't trust him to put him in there. Only 21 minutes per game in the playoffs, 30 minutes a game in the regular season. So, yeah, then you're looking at this team like Kuminga. He got better. DiVincenzo, man, that's a big L because he would really help them out. They are Poodle's doing well, but Looney, Jerome was giving him something, a little something. Honestly, yeah, the fact that they got past the Kings was Curry and Thompson and Draymond. Now, the year before that, though, when they won the championship, that's when I can't believe that's one of them late dynasties, man. It's like Tom Brady with the Buccaneers. I don't know. Is there potential for the Warriors next year, one last run, if they can bring in? Hey, maybe Durant comes. What's the situation there? Or LeBron, dude. LeBron goes to the Warriors. He's like, you know what, dude? I've got 10 years left. I'm gonna go play a 1 year contract for the Warriors at a cheap amount and win a championship on Golden State just to fuck around. Just to fuck around and find out. Just to make Kevin Durant look like a bitch. Although Durant did win what? 2. He won 2 in Golden State. So I guess it was a bitch move that he went to there, but he did they did win. They did end up winning it. They finished the job. Yeah, look, and they were deeper. You know, you had guys like Damon Lee off the bench and Gary Payton, Otto Porter Jr. Looney was getting hella rebounds. Oh, they had Andre Iguodala for 1 more year. Interesting. I forgot about that. They have him in the playoffs? Did he get another ring with them? Of course, they brought back Iguodala, man. They felt bad. they kind of shipped him off when they got Durant. All right, I do want to look at that Warriors big time year. I think it'd be quicker if we just do this. I think it was the 2015 season. Yeah, this is it. Damn, dude, they had 9 losses, 73-9. Insanity. Their defense raw points allowed was 19th in the league, but efficiency-wise, they were 5th. Offense, obviously, highest scoring as well as best efficiency. But then they lost the NBA Finals to the Cavs. Let's go. Down 3-1, baby. Cleveland. That's how we do it. Oh, yeah, they had Harrison Barnes that year. Yeah, he was pretty good that year for them. So this is the best. I guess they did beat Michael Jordan, right? Or did they tie it? I guess this is one of the best teams of all time right here. Curry getting you 30 points a game, shooting a staggering 45%, and then Clay shooting 42%, and then Draymond was even kind of shooting the threes. Remember? So he shot 38% that year and was taking about 3 per game. Draymond was getting 14 points a game and 7 assists and 9.5 rebounds. He was really good early in his career. He was like kind of a big time guy. Curry was also getting 6.7 assists though too. And you had Harrison Barnes getting you, 11 points per game, 5 rebounds, nothing crazy, but he could hit the 3 ball a little bit too. He shot 38%. Now, again, you had Curry and Thompson going kind of crazy in the scoring category. 30 points and 22 points per game, and then Draymond picking up 14. There's not much left. Especially considering that these bench guys could score. So even if, you probably staggered it, maybe Curry and Thompson, you don't have them out there together too much, I suppose. When Curry is resting, you probably want to make sure Klay Thompson's out there. So with Barnes, if he's still out there with one of these guys, and then they're bringing in these other bench dudes here and there, Barbosa could play, Livingston could play. I get that they're only getting 6 points a game, but those were like 6 good fucking points in, 19 minutes for Livingston, 15 for Barbosa. They weren't just like picking up the scraps. Sometimes a guy averaging 6 points a game, they're just getting some scraps. But these guys, I remember them like being like, fuck. Fuck that random dude, Barbosa or Livingston off the bench hitting these crazy ass shots, man. Livingston was like he was like that. He had that DeRozan thing where he had the mid range was clean, man. Mid range was clean, but he shot 16% from three and didn't even try. But he was kind of a shooter. Then you had Andrew Bogut getting 20 minutes off the bench, getting 7, coming in, getting rebounds for you, getting 7 rebounds. Outside of that, forget about it. But Looney might have done something in the playoffs. Did he? Yeah, let's look at the playoff stats for them. I guess they didn't win it this year. So Curry's points dropped to 25, but Thompson's dropped up to 24. Ooh, Harrison Barnes didn't do so hot. That's kind of what Iguodala was averaging anyways. But I mean, the same thing with Iguodala. Like, his 9 points per game were not, shitty plays. Like, he was playing, getting good shots off, taking advantage of his opportunities at a high level. Festus Ezeli, too. Don't forget about him. He was giving him another 7 points and 5 rebounds. So you had 3 big-time rebounding guys, 2 big-time facilitators in Curry and Green. Iguodala scooped up some assists as well. But is this team, man, when it comes down to it, when it really, really, really comes down to it, it was these 3 guys doing all the different things and the way they play basketball. Look at the games played. Curry, 79 games. Thompson, 80. Draymond, 81. After that, I mean, I guess Sean Livingston was always available, 78. Spates, 72. He barely really played. Rush played in most of their games, 14 minutes per game, only 4.2 points. He was kind of, sometimes you need a body out there during the regular season. Don't expect much from him. But yeah, my point being, I mean, Harrison Barnes missed a handful of games. Same with Andre Iguodala. You would think for a team to have this outstanding and crazy fucking record that you would need a little bit more than Green, Thompson, and Curry, but they really were dudes back then, man. They were crazy. All right, well, we do have the 4th quarter here with Golden State Warriors leading the ball game by 7 points. So I will be starting to do a little play-by-play here, paying a little bit more attention down the stretch. Honestly, this is surprising, though. I thought Andre Iguodala was getting them like 12, at least 12 points. He was getting 9. I thought Livingston was getting more points. It really was. This was a big 3. They all had their best season at the same time. But what's the real story here? Forget 73 and 9, man. It kind of got washed in history. Imagine they'd still be talking about that shit if they don't really talk about that shit. I wonder why. I wonder why they ain't talking about that shit, man. Because there's only one. There's only one, man. There's only one team ever to come back down 3-1 in the playoffs. And it was the starving sports city of Cleveland. Now, a year later, the same thing would happen in baseball, only against Cleveland. But I digress. In fact, it was technically the same year. It was later that year. That would have hurt a lot more had the Cavs not won. Because after that, you could be like, damn, that was fun. What a great run for the Indians. You know, congrats to the Cubs. They got it done. They got their championship. We just had a fucking parade, you know. But if not, if the Cavs would have lost that, and then if the Cavs would have ended up going Buffalo Bills and losing all 4 of those finals appearances, that Indians game would sting. That game 7 would just burn. Way worse. But yeah, after that game, it sucked and you were pissed. But you could just start thinking about the Cavs and like, yeah, we got one at least this year. At least we got one championship. It's cool. It's cool that we almost got another one. It's like, damn, we blew a 3-1 lead in the World Series. Well, our basketball team did the opposite. Can't complain too much. Interestingly enough, in that 2016 season, Klay Thompson led the playoffs in points. Interesting. Oh, yeah, because Curry had to miss a game. That makes sense. Because I was thinking, well, wait, Curry's points per game was more, but only by 2 points, and he ended up missing a game. So that would be enough for Klay Thompson in that one game to cover Curry. And because they went to game 7 of the finals, it was going to be someone on either the Cavs or Warriors to, you know, lead the points because they played the most games. Yeah, why are they just having points? Well, it should be points per game. That's what I would care about. Obviously, someone on the Cavs and Warriors is going to lead overall points because they played the most games. They went 7 games deep in the finals. That's dumb. This game 5. 2 players tied at 41 points. I wonder who that could be. LeBron, Kyrie, baby. Somehow, some fucking way. I mean, they did have like what? Wasn't Steph suspended for a game? And so was Draymond. But that was only one game. You play 7. LeBron had another game with 41 too, right after that game 5. Wow. Crazy stuff. Can't write it better, man. Can't write a better story than that. The hometown kid, arguably the best player of all time. He did leave us, but he came back. Looking at the West, you kind of had to take the Clippers pretty goddamn serious. I mean, it seemed like a stupid science fair project at first, like thinking they could win a championship. Nah, you really think that's gonna, one of those dumb science fair projects? Like that's not gonna fucking work. Trying to make a volcano out of some bullshit. I remember one time we had to like come up with our own science project in 7th grade, and people were doing like the egg thing where like the egg gets sucked in the bottle and all like these things. And I decided, me being me, I came up with my own thing, and I said, here's what we're going to do. It was genius. And it was actually ended up being one of like the more interesting things to see. I said, here's our science project. We're going to take a cup. We're going to fill it up with Coca-Cola, and then we're just going to leave it out. So everybody else is doing their dumb shit experiments. We don't have to do jack shit. That's my experiment. Hey, it's an experiment. What's going to happen? I think in theory, it might just sit there and it just be Coke, you know? But what happens is the water evaporates and it leaves behind this nasty, thick syrup that if you've seen that shit, you might never drink a soda pop again. After I seen that, dude, I don't drink. I stopped drinking soda for years. Maybe every once in a while. I'll probably drink a soda 4 times a year. I do drink those LaCroix, but that doesn't count as a soda. It's just carbonated water and natural flavor. Although, what is the natural flavor? But then again, they don't taste very good. It does not taste. It's not a good drink. It's a drink for ex-alcoholics that want something sharp to make them feel like they're drinking booze. To trigger a little placebo effect. Fuck, I wish I have. Do I have one more? Let me see. I could go for a LaCroix right now, man. I got some kombucha, but that's more for if I have a tummy ache. Hell yeah. The world is a strange place, isn't it now? All right, this is looking like it's going to be a good game down in the wire. I don't know. Someone told me Minnesota was actually super good. I'm not buying that. I guess they are playing really well. I just feel like come playoff time, shit, the team like Minnesota is a joke. I would like to see them be the number 1 seed so somebody could, dude, like, because look at who could end up getting in as the 8th seed. Honestly, the Pelicans, if they have a good fucking series, they could knock off the Timberwolves if they're fully healthy. LeBron, the Lakers, and AD, they could knock off the Timberwolves. Hell, maybe even the Utah Jazz, dude, at this point. No, I'm kidding. But the Warriors, too. There are 3 teams, or if the Mavericks or Suns were to slip to the 8th seed, there's a couple of different teams potentially that could finish in 8th that would have a good shot at beating Minnesota Timberwolves. And I don't want to piss off Minnesota Timberwolves fans. I don't watch this team, so I don't know. But just looking at things here, I don't know why they're winning so many games. Is there anything? It doesn't. They're off. It's their defense. Their defense is just playing really well. And in today's NBA, I don't know if that's a championship strategy. I get that they let you play a little bit more defense in the playoffs, so hypothetically it should help you out, but it doesn't seem to work that way. Look at the teams who have won championships lately. They all had large amounts of offensive firepower. But defense does win championships in sports, so potentially that could help them out a lot. But their offense is ranked 19th in the league in efficiency. And in raw points per game, 22. Why is it showing Ben Simmons? What's he up to? Is he even playing? I don't like him. I mean, it's not that I don't like him, it's I don't respect him. I don't have anything against him. I just do not respect him as a man. So Edwards is showing that he is going to probably be a superstar moving forward. 5 rebounds as a guard is fantastic. 5 assists, and his main thing is scoring. You'll take it. 38% from 3 checks the boxes. Cat, dude, Karl Anthony Towns is shooting 43% from 3. Now he only attempts 5. Oh, I hate when that happens. He only attempts 5 3-pointers per game, but that still is going to stretch the floor. That number, man, 43% from 3, that's going to stretch the floor a lot. But then you have Gobert, who is good offensively in the paint. And he does get you 12.5 rebounds a game. He's not a bad guy to have on your team. I think that the assets, though, that you had to give up to get him, I don't know. Let's see. What did Minnesota have to give up to get Gobert? Was it really worth it? I would probably think this might have been a good trade for both teams. Jazz got Malik Beasley, who isn't on the team anymore, I don't think. Walker Kessler. I don't think Vanderbilt's not there. I guess Walker Kessler's all right for a 22nd overall pick. Yeah. So then 2 first-round picks that probably aren't going to be good because they're looking pretty solid. They did get 1, 2, 3, 4 first-round picks over the next 5 years. I don't know, man. Draft picks kind of suck. I guess would you rather just have Gobert than all these dudes? Honestly. Yeah, think of the Timberwolves keeping all these guys. And then would they have picked Walker Kessler? Would they have even picked Walker Kessler? And all these guys kind of moved around anyways. So really it's just picks. And at that point, yeah, if you feel like you can win now and want to build around Edwards and Cat, I guess that was a pretty good trade, and it's kind of working out for Minnesota. And this Naz Reid, dude, they just have three centers. Their top 4 scorers, 3 of them are centers. Now I know they start both Towns and Gobert. I assume they list Towns at power forward. Or they could list them both as centers. I think you can do that. And then Mike Conley, they're getting a lot out of Mike Conley at this point of his career. 36 years old, 10 points, 6 assists. He is their starting point guard, so he runs the ship. This McDaniels guy, 10 points a game, he seems pretty good too. He's kind of slowly made a little bit of a name for himself as he starts too. He's a good starter. So their lineup is Edwards and Conley in the backcourt, McDaniels as your small forward, and then Towns and Gobert as your twin towers. And then you got Naz Reid off the bench, who's a great center off the bench. Awesome. That's like a lot of their bench scoring comes from him. And he only brings in 4.5 rebounds, but he only plays 22 minutes. So 12 points in 22 minutes. Naz Reid is coming in off the bench and scoring as a center. He's good. Now, I haven't seen these guys play, so I don't know exactly what that looks like. I've seen him a few times, a little bit. 12, I'm just saying, 12 points in 22 games. If you were given a full, that's 18 points per game if you're given a full 30. That's 18 again. So he's basically like 18 points if you do the math on it. I guess Walker Alexander, this is where it kind of falls off, and I'd have to watch to really evaluate. These stats are, 6.8, 6.2. Are those freebie cleanup buckets? You're just out there as a body getting these opportunities, getting a little bit of luck. Damn, Jonathan Kuminga got a technical foul. He lost his fucking marbles. Bro, you're up 8 on the Philadelphia. You're at home. That's dumb. Steve Kerr's going to give him a spanking after the game. But yeah, it looks like it's mainly these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. And if you have 6 good players in the NBA and 2 of them are like game wreckers that really impact the game and worry defenses, and you have to try to figure out how to stop them, yeah, you can be a problem. Whoa, Kuminga saying, shut the fuck up, Gil Ambrose. Shut the fuck up. A reverse slam in transition. Oh, he's okay. Okay, dude. That's worth the technical. Now, and then Kuminga on the defensive end. Making a great play, but it doesn't go anywhere. They turn it over on the fast break. A lot of bench guys out there right now for Philly, it seems. Embiid and Tobias Harris. Other than that, what is that? Korkmaz? House Jr.? I don't know these guys too well. Yet. I will. I'll be watching a lot of basketball. Probably be doing these streams every single night. That is the fun part of basketball season. Football is kind of like those big streams on Monday and Thursday. And then some college on Saturday. And then, of course, Sunday. But basketball is like every night. Once you start getting into it, it's there for you every night. It's kind of nice. It's not as polarizing and exciting as the NFL, obviously, from my standpoint. I don't want to say sports are subjective. There's a lot of people that think basketball is lame. They don't like watching basketball, and they like watching hockey or tennis. Oh, Curry with the step back, and he's fired up. The Warriors take a 12-point lead with 5:23 left. 30 points for Curry, 7 of 12 from three-point land, throwing it down again. There's Kuminga on the fast break getting fouled. Warriors defense going crazy, and now Curry and Beverly getting into it. Kuminga and Beverly now shaking hands and seeming to be friends while looking angrily happy and confused all at the same time. I don't know what the fuck's going on out there. Steph Curry looked like he was giving him a hug. No, Steph Curry started getting in Beverly's face and then started hopping around. Probably should have been a penalty on Steph. And then Beverly even grabbed Kuminga's side of his head in a sexual manner. That was fucked. What the hell just happened? All I know is that the 76ers are probably pissed because it's a 10-1 run. Make it 11-1. 13 points with 5 minutes left. We are not in dagger territory quite yet, but I tell you what, we're getting close here. Philadelphia absolutely needs to get Maxey on the floor right now. Beverly's still out there. They did get Oubre back in. $12:17 is the time, Eastern time. My new schedule, man, I like it, man. I mean, I don't have a job, but it's a good new schedule. Wake up at 7, do my shower, meditation. If I have my daughter, take her to daycare. 4 hours of job search, then hit the gym, then my 4 p.m. shows, and then nights sports streaming. Between that, either hanging out with my daughter or working on content. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be real good. I just got to actually start waking up and executing the schedule. But yeah, 6 hours. Being able to go to bed at 1 is really nice and not feeling bad about it. Because if I have to wake up at like 5:30 or 6, falling asleep at 1 is just not going to do it. I could do it for a few days, but not for months. 6 hours of sleep. If I can get 6 hours of sleep a night, every single night, that's killer. Up. There's Kelly Oubre getting to the bucket. Finally, Philadelphia getting on the board. They're still down by 9 points. Oubre with 14 continues to play very well for them. And there's Curry, the step back on Joel Embiid. He's too slow. He can't guard me. Embiid frustrated now, dribbling angrily towards the hoop, and the Goose gets loose. It's Kuminga again. Oh, they're wrestling around for it. Warriors have it. The Goose gets loose. Curry has it. There he goes on the fast break reverse layup. Good. Steph Curry has taken over. And that right there with 4:04 left and Embiid down in pain, a 14-point lead, barring some sort of crazy three-point barrage from the 76ers, I do think we have a Warriors victory. Hell yeah, dude. I like the Warriors. Dude, Embiid, that looked weird, man. This game's getting real weird down the stretch. I like when games get weird. Every once in a while you get like, what the fuck's going on in this game? The All-Star game is in Indianapolis. Oh, God. Yeah. Everybody's going to get booed. They're racist. They're only going to be cheering for the white guy. Nah, that's not that obvious. It's not that bad. It's not like the 70s or 60s. They do say some stuff. Isn't it Indiana where they say like N-word? They like Russell Westbrook, they called him the N-word. I don't know. If I was black and someone called me the N-word, I'd let it go, man. But then again, that's kind of a gun pointed to your head situation. You don't really know how you're going to react. I do know of plenty of black people who are not offended by that term. I think majority are, though. But again, I could do my whole bit on that. It's kind of stupid. Every single race has been utilized and abused throughout history. Slavery is really still a thing. So trying to say you're offended by that word because of something that happened in the past specifically to your race is just victim baiting. You're just a loser. I don't know. I don't get offended. I get that there's things of white people you can make fun of, but like generalization stuff just does not offend me at all. I'll just say, hey, that's a generalization. That's fine. I don't care if you want to say that. I don't know. I think that the fact that so many people do get offended of that is a problem within itself. I think that's a bigger problem than the word and the impact of a word. Allowing beings in a victim state of mind that you're going to allow that to cause violence. We might have to have some conversations about why exactly that's happening. Because again, every single race has been utilized in horrific ways throughout all of history. There is no this race got abused more than this race. There's specific cases where it was bad for people, yeah, and these were horrible human rights violations that happen. The thing is, though, they're still going on with sex trafficking, and no one really seems to stick up for that. Seems like when people do, they get silenced by the globalists. Wonder why they would want to silence people who stand up against sex trafficking. Seems weird to me, doesn't it? All right, I'm going to have to start talking about the game again, though, because it's getting close. Philadelphia hitting a couple shots there. 101 to 109 with 3 minutes left. That was a very productive minute for them. Tobias Harris just popped a three. Oh, there's Poodle, man. White boy comes into the game. Yeah. White boy. Now it's back up to 9 points or 10 points. I think one more basket for the Warriors unanswered. If they can get another one. If the Sixers don't score here. Whoa. That three-pointer Who's that dude? Korkmaz? Jesus. Is that who that is? He just said, "Hey, Steph Curry, I can do it too, bro." What number was he? 30? Yeah, Korkmaz. Okay, I know my shit, dude. I don't know if he was still on the team or not, or if that was just some random white dude that I never heard of. Oh no, don't freeze computer. Not now. Now is a bad time. 2 minutes left. Still a 9-point lead for the Warriors. Cutting is Curry. The goose gets loose, and there goes the 76ers the other way, and fucking Kuminga once again on defense. Boy, he is showing something special on that side of the floor tonight. He's been going hard. 7 20-point games in his last 7 games. And the rest of his career, only 13. Damn. That's crazy. He's played for like 2 years, 3 years now. Shit. To only have 13 20-point games in your career and then have 7 in a row all of a sudden now, maybe this man is developing right in front of us. I think he's more of like on a hot streak. Like he's not going to get up his numbers to something crazy or anything. But yeah, this is a big game for the Warriors. Every game is huge for them. I mean, they're 5 games below 500. 104 to 113. This 9-point lead will not go away. One more bucket's going to do it here, but I think it might all be over. Oh, man, Kuminga with a great spin. Can't finish the dunk as he was fouled. I think that might have actually been a good foul call, huh? That's the first time I've seen that tonight. What do you know? He hit them both, man. He hit them both, dude. He missed a few earlier. Damn. Ugh, now this last minute's going to be rough, huh? There's another foul. The game's over. It's like I can't just log off and bounce, though, because that stupid Reggie Miller, 11 points in 9 seconds or whatever the hell it was. It ruined the end of basketball games. If the game's within like 12 points, or really as long as it's like a single digit, man. I mean, most I don't know. There's a lot of times that teams don't bullshit and just dribble it the fuck out. They like both these teams should be dribbling it out right now. There's no reason for this game to seriously continue. 10 points deficit, that's 4 to 5 possessions. The shot clock is what, 20, 25? So with 113 left and a 10-point deficit, 24. How many possessions realistically? Yeah, Philly would have to basically score on every possession, and Golden State would have to not score on any of them. And one of them would have to be a 3-pointer. And here's Curry. That game's over. He just made a free throw. Forget about it. After this, come on. I want to see him give up, dude. You're down by 12 with 112. You can't do anything. What, are you going to foul them to stop the clock? And they're just going to get free points and go up by more? Oh, they did make a basket, though. Oh, God damn it. There's the foul. Wait, no, they didn't foul yet. All right, I think they're letting this one play out. Let's see. You know how they kind of let it play out and then finally with like 10 on the shot clock, just foul him? It's like, why do you even have to bother? Oh, yeah. Poodle for 3. No good. Offensive rebound. I think that was Kuminga. Wow. Huh, I haven't watched the Warriors much lately, and there's Kuminga, a free basket underneath the hoop to make it even worse. To make matters worse. So, yeah, are the Sixers even gonna... And they haven't had Joel Embiid down the stretch, too. I mean, yeah, chuck up some shots, maybe. Kelly Oubre, go for a 3, bro. I feel it. And now the Warriors will dribble out the clock, and the ball game is over. Let us take a quick peek at the stats for this game that we just watched. I really only watched like the fourth quarter. Tobias Harris played pretty well tonight. Of all that shit talking I did that you're in a bad place without Maxey and Embiid, he did score 26 points and 10 rebounds tonight. 6 offensive rebounds. Damn. Embiid only 14. He was 5 of 18. Was awful tonight. Beverly 4 of 12. Did get him 12 points. That's not great. Oubre 15 points, 7 of 14. You'll take that. Korkmaz was going hard, dude. 5 of 6 from 3-point land. This dude came out of nowhere, was balling. He was feeling it tonight. He had 19. And fucking what is this? Jerry Springer, dude? What's going on? What the fuck's going on here? Ah. No, bro. I saw Maxey. I guess maybe because I'm not listening to the audio. If they were to show a replay, if I just look real quick and they're showing an old clip of Maxey, and then I look away because I'm talking about something, maybe I might have just saw like a little highlight clip of him. I swear I saw him out there. I guess he was out tonight. So the 76ers were at a disadvantage without Maxey. But if Embiid would have actually been the Joel Embiid we've seen all year, he averages 36. Can you at least get me 25? Although that 11 points when they even covered it. Ended up being a 12-point swing. But yeah, for him to get 26 in this game with all those shots, 18 shots, and hitting 2 out of 6 for threes. But see, look what happened. This is my gripe with Embiid. He only had 2 free throws. He averages 10 a game. That was a big thing that was missing from him tonight. He wasn't getting those freebie stupid foul calls he always gets. See, 10. He averages 12 free throw attempts per game. Stupid. You have to understand, like, if you're an NBA executive and looking into this, and your job is to make sure the health of the NBA and the rules, that's a thing in sports year to year. You make sure that there's nothing in the rule book that teams can abuse. And this is just clearly abusive. But I reiterate, I do think there is pressure from the NBA Players Association. I do believe they have like a union type shit. I think there's pressure to keep things how it is with these bullshit fouls because it jacks up their points per game and it makes them more marketable. Because we do live in a day and age where people don't tend to watch games. Not many people really watch the full game. There's a lot of sports fans that go on Twitter during the game and then after the game watch the highlights. And just to actually, like, everybody's scrolling on TikTok during the game. Not everybody. I don't mean to generalize. But you know what I mean. There's a large faction of people doing that. But all right, that is all I have for the show. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, keep it real. And we will catch you next time. Peace.